Coming up, it's our Thanksgiving special, but what exactly is it all about? Let's give you some insight on the history of Thanksgiving. Plus, watch our team members cook a Thanksgiving dinner on our very own version of a cooking show. Will we be successful? You'll have to see. And coordinated school health has helped improve the well-being of students in our district. We'll show you how it works. All that and more in this episode of Springdale Today.
I am thankful for my new home, and I'm also thankful for the staff that I get to work with.
I'm thankful for my family and my home, my house, and just all the people in my life that are there for me when I need them.
I'm thankful for my teachers.
I'm thankful for my family and friends because they're always there for me.
I'm thankful for my family and friends.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Bak, 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 bak.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Thadnacum.
And I'm Trenton Wheeler.
Today is Friday, November 18th, 2016, and thank you for joining us on our 7th episode of Springdale Today.
With the holidays coming up, the spirit of Thanksgiving is contagious. At Shaw Elementary, 2 students are the recipients of Thanksgiving boxes from a local church.
Well, we've learned that 1 in 4 children in Northwest Arkansas are dealing with food insecurities and struggling with having enough food in their homes.
Because we have a family of 7, and it's like hard for my mom to like get a lot of food for each of us.
A couple years ago, Elm Springs Church approached the school counselor here and offered to support the students at school. They had been making these food boxes, and they had this organization called Soul Food, and they approached us and asked if we could help identify what families could benefit from that and help deliver those to the families. It tells you the recipes so you guys can help your mom, tells you how to use each thing.
It makes it important and special because it helps our family that we spend time to each other a lot.
Our main focus of doing these holiday meal boxes is, of course, providing nourishment for these children that don't know where their next meal is coming from and their family.
My mom has to like cook enough food for all of our family.
When a family gets a box and they open it, there'll be 2 Corn of 10s in each box, and then everything necessary to make a Thanksgiving meal. So sweet potatoes, vegetables, stuffing mix, everything they would need for a great Thanksgiving.
Say thank you for doing this for my family because we always run out of food a lot. Thank you very much for like offering this stuff for the program and helping us through other stuff.
Thank you, Raven. The Elm Springs Methodist Church partners with Shaw Elementary and the Samaritan Center. To learn more about volunteering opportunities, contact 479-248-1290.
Thanksgiving as we know it is about spending time with our loved ones and with lots and lots of food. We know that Thanksgiving is a holiday that has been celebrated for hundreds of years, but when and where did it start? Let's check this out.
Hi, my name is Raven Cooks from This Week in Springdale, and today I will tell you the history behind the holiday Thanksgiving. There are many facts behind the holiday that children and even some adults may have forgotten. In September 1620, a small ship called the Mayflower left Plymouth, England, carrying 102 pilgrims. They were seeking a new home where they could freely practice their faith, and other individuals were lured by the promise of prosperity and the land ownership in the New World. After a treacherous and uncomfortable crossing that lasted 66 days, they dropped an anchor near the tip of Cape Cod. 1 month later, the Mayflower crossed the Massachusetts Bay, where the Pilgrims began the working of establishing a village at Plymouth. Throughout the first brutal winter, most of the colonists remained on board the ship, where they suffered from exposure, scurvy, and outbreaks of contagious diseases. Only half of the Mayflower's original passengers and crew lived to see the first New World spring. They received an astonishing visit from the Abenaki Indian who greeted them in English. The Pilgrims were taught by natives how to cultivate corn, extract sap from maple trees, catch fish in rivers, avoid poisonous plants, and other things to help them to survive. In November 1621, after the Pilgrims' first corn harvest proved successful, Governor William Bradford organized a celebratory fest and invited a group of Native American allies. This was considered later the first Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims held their second Thanksgiving celebration in 1623 to mark the end of a long drought that had threatened the year's harvest. In 1789, George Washington issued the first Thanksgiving proclamation by the national government of the United States. In it, he called upon Americans to express their thanks for the end of the country's war for independence and the successful ratification of the U.S. Constitution. Later on, Abraham Lincoln scheduled the Thanksgiving for the final Thursday in November. It was celebrated on that day every year until 1939, when Franklin D. Roosevelt moved the holiday up a week in an attempt to create retail sales during the Great Depression. Franklin Roosevelt's plan, known derisively as Thanksgiving, was met with passionate opposition. And in 1941, the president reluctantly signed a bill making Thanksgiving the fourth Thursday in November.
I sure can't wait to celebrate Thanksgiving and be thankful for family, friends, and food.
The cornucopia is the centerpiece of the Thanksgiving table, and there's actually a very extensive history to regards with those wicker baskets. Believe it or not, the history of the cornucopia has quite a bit to do with goats.
Goats?
Goats. Chelsea Hidalgo files this report.
My name is Chelsea Hidalgo from Springdale District Television, and today we're going to show you the origins of an age-old tradition, the cornucopia. The cornucopia, or the Horn of Plenty, derives from Greek mythology. One of the well-known tales is how Zeus, when an infant, he was cared for in a cave on Mount Ida on the island of Crete. Cared for and protected by a number of divine attendants, including the goat Amalthea, the nourishing goddess, who fed him her milk. Once when playing with his nursemaid, he accidentally broke off one of her horns, then used his divine power to provide unending nourishment, as the foster mother had given to him, which was probably just hay. Another myth is that the cornucopia was made when Hercules fought with the river guard Archelos and broke off his horn, but I personally prefer goats over horned river people. The modern cornucopia is a wicker basket, and now it usually holds leaves and fruits and vegetables to celebrate the new harvest. So the next time you see a cornucopia on your Thanksgiving dinner table, remember the goats. For Springdale District Television, I'm Chelsea Hidalgo.
Trenton, as you know, I am such a fan of those cooking shows on TV, but I could never figure out how they managed to get everything cooked in just an hour.
I was thinking the same thing, actually. So Springdale TV looked into their own hands to try to recreate a cooking show, and we think you'll like it. Guys, where is Raven? We're going on in like 2 minutes.
All right, Trenton, we're live in 60 seconds, okay?
Ooh, hey guys, I brought the turkey, but we need to get over quickly because I have a dog food commercial.
Guys, I don't want to say anything, but I think that's a chicken.
That is a chicken. Raven, I swear to God, I am going to...
All right, we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2...
Cooking with Trenton
and Raven.
Alright, so the first thing you're going to have to do to cook your turkey is first, you're going to have to open up the packaging. Now, it can get a bit messy. There is going to be some juice inside. We've drained most of ours out of the chicken already, however. And then, just to help kind of tenderize the meat, you're going to want to let it soak in a bowl of hot water. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. Now, let's go check on what Raven's doing. Alright, so we're going to be checking with Raven eating all of the stuffing mix. You know what? Forget the stuffing. We're just gonna cook this turkey raw. Come on.
Okay, I'm here. I'm focused. Let's get this over with. Where's the spices?
What, like pumpkin spice?
No, like garlic and pumpkin. Okay. We're gonna take a short commercial break.
Pumpkin spice is a delicious spice.
You don't have any like garlic or salt and pepper cloves or like Cajun or anything?
No.
You have taste? Do you have taste?
Excuse me?
If you would have taste, you would be able to cook. You fake chef.
Guys, we were never on commercial break. So, back to you.
Alright guys, so first we have to set the turkey in a pan, which we have already done here on the set. And then what do we do, Raven?
And then we put 2 cups of broth to add flavor to the chicken.
Alright, and then we're going to want to go ahead and set the turkey in the oven and cook it at 425 degrees for an hour and 15 minutes.
Alright, so the commercials are up. We will resume after the turkey is cooked.
Alright, welcome back. Now, when the turkey is done cooking, you'll want to go ahead and take it out of the oven. And then after that, you'll just let it cool.
After about an hour, it's time to feast.
Raven, did you turn on the oven? Alright, well this has been Cooking with Trenton.
And Raven.
And we will see you next time.
Alright, we are no longer live. The show is over, along with my career.
I'm sticking to dog food commercials.
Cooking with Trenton.
And Raven.
Yeah. The reason why our turkey didn't turn out so well is because we missed one key ingredient. Love.
Now on that same note of cooking, some other members of our team successfully baked a wonderful Thanksgiving dessert. Let's visit Nathan Plowman and Chelsea Hidalgo as they make an apple pie cookies.
Sounds good.
This week on Springdale DIY, we'll be showing you how to make a Thanksgiving classic with a twist, apple pie cookies. The first step you need to do is to separate your pie dough into 2 equal balls. Put one of the balls to the side to save for later. Now, take the other one and roll it out evenly with a rolling pin on a lightly floured surface. Next, use a cookie cutter or cup to cut circles into the dough. This will be the base of your cookie.
Our next step, first we're going to mince up our apple pie filling. Make sure it's thin and coarsely chopped so it won't spill out of the sides. Separate the filling in a different bowl to use for later. Next we'll be making a lattice. Roll out your second ball of dough on a lightly floured surface and make sure you flour your rolling pin. Roll it thin enough to keep its shape, but also thin enough to put on top of your cookie. Make sure you use the dual side of a knife so you don't scratch your counter. Then we'll be cutting it into straight lines, about 1/3 of an inch thick.
Place your dough circles onto the greased pan. Add a small amount of caramel to each circle and spread it out evenly. Make sure you avoid overdoing it so it doesn't spill out on the sides. Add the apple pie filling on top of the caramel and spread that evenly as well, avoiding overfilling.
And now we'll be putting on the lattice. To lattice, you use an over-under technique, making sure to cover the entirety of the cookie. Cross your lattice in a crisscross pattern. After that, add egg wash. 1 egg plus a tablespoon of water and mix with a fork, lightly brushing them on top of the pastries.
Next, we'll be adding a holiday touch with a little apple pie spices on top of our cookies. Mix a tablespoon of white sugar, half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and just a pinch of nutmeg. Mix that together and sprinkle it on top of your cookies.
Finally, put your cookies in your preheated oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven size. Let them cool for a few minutes and enjoy. Happy Turkey Day!
Gobble gobble!
Now we have some more gobbles and thank yous from around the district. We'll be right back after this break.
Thankful for my friends and family and this football year.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for all my friends that I've gathered over the years, and I'm just thankful that I'm in such a good spot this year.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my wonderful daughter, my wife, and the support family we have here in Northwest Arkansas.
I'm thankful that I get to go to school every day and that I can be with my friends instead of working somewhere else.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
Springdale Schools is the choice for your student to follow their dreams and reach new heights. With the best facilities and some of the best teachers in the state of Arkansas, Springdale Schools is obviously the choice for you.
The Springdale school system is a choice for your students to reach their full potential.
The choice for veterinarians. The choice for scholars.
The choice for athletes.
The choice for being a teacher.
The choice for a business leader.
The choice for you to follow your passions even when everybody else sees them as foolish.
Springdale Schools isn't just the choice for your students today, it's the choice for the future.
At Springdale Public Schools, we're given every opportunity to succeed because we are #the choice for
Education.
athletics,
Music.
Welcome back! For the next couple of shows, we will feature the social well-being of students in the Springdale School District. Springdale School District has several programs to aid students in any ways needed. This video is about coordinated school health around the district.
The joint use agreement facilities are to promote physical activity in the community and provide an extra place for students to be able to be active.
I'd like to say that ever since it got put up, there's been a lot of kids coming to it and they've actually been exercising, not just adults, but we have a wide range of ages. And I think it's pretty good because that means kids can come here and play, but they can actually exercise without actually having to go like to a gym or anywhere they don't feel comfortable in.
Our students are able to use this in addition to our weight room to promote fitness and our health and our PE classes. When the students come outside to walk, to take a short break from their classes, the entire school is able to use this equipment and have real positive interactions with community members.
Springdale School District was blessed to get a grant from the Walton Family Foundation. We also got accompanying funding from the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation. The Walton Foundation grant provided us with 832 bicycles. That's a fleet of bicycles for every school in the school district except for the pre-K and 2 schools who previously had gotten bicycle grants. Kids get to learn the lifelong activity of bicycle riding. We are surprised to find out in implementing this grant that we have many, many students who have never experienced bike riding who do not own bikes. They also get to experience the joy of riding on the Razorback Greenway, which is a community venue that really promotes physical activity and being outdoors and an active lifestyle.
Springdale School students are getting their hands dirty learning about gardening. According to Anna Fisher, a Food Corps teacher, Food Corps is a nonprofit organization working to connect kids to healthy foods. Food Corps is working across the nation to provide nutrition education as well as teaching kids where their food comes from. Springdale has 4 gardens across the district that students manage on a daily basis.
Working in the garden has benefited me in learning about plants and about nutrition and being healthy.
Part of Food Corps' mission is to provide a long-term nutritional education and habit of eating healthy foods and understanding their food comes from the ground.
Working in the garden has helped me learn where my food comes from and really helped me see that there are a lot of good foods out here and that fruits and vegetables aren't just like stuff that you feed your dog under the table.
We have many students coming from poverty, from unstable home situations. Sometimes it's behavioral issues that they're struggling with. Sometimes it's emotional, social issues, getting along with others. Some of the things that Youth Bridge brings to the table is, parents don't have to seek outside services that interrupt the school day. They don't have to drive to school, pick them up, drive them to their appointments, and get them back.
I feel like my job is sort of to empower the students and give them an opportunity to possibly do something that maybe they ordinarily wouldn't, or maybe believe that they could do, to sort of empower them and their families to work within the system so that they don't feel necessarily like any different than any other child. And so I think in a very real way, our ability to empower these kids to make the necessary changes is how we're able to help them.
This clinic helps our students by providing the medical and emotional services to our kids. And then in addition to that, we have partnerships with Ozark Guidance Center to provide mental health services to our kids.
As a nurse practitioner, I do well child checks, I do immunizations, I also take care of their health needs such as diabetes, hypertension, sore throats, coughs, anything that they need. It's also convenient for the kids. We can pull them out of class, take care of their needs, and get them back to class so they're not missing the class time. We have a lot of parents that walk, that live within our 1 mile radius here that walk to our clinic as well. And so we can provide services to mom and dad, grandparents, aunts, uncles, as well as the kids.
Now let's check out news around the district with Nathan Plowman.
I'm Nathan Plowman, and this is News Around the District. HAR-BER elementary students used #ElectionDay to vote for a book character to be the president of the school. In the only election that matters, Pete the Cat was running away with the decision just a few hours into the voting. Springdale High School band director Russell Robinson introduced band members from SHS and HAR-BER at the November school board meeting. Robinson reported that SHS earned a superior ranking at the All-Region Marching Band competition for the astonishing 44th consecutive year. Jamie Cavett, who teaches at Walker Elementary, was a winner in the newcomer category in the annual Bessie B. Moore Arkansas Awards Program for Excellence in Teaching Economics competition sponsored by Economics Arkansas. Her entry was A Scholastic Journey into Economics. Longtime Springdale resident Hickory Morton, who served in the Marines in the Korean War, was the first speaker at HAR-BER High School's Hour with a Hero, sponsored by the East program. Morton detailed his experience in Korea and received a standing ovation from a large crowd of students who attended. For more news around the district, like and follow the Springdale Schools on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
After this break, Superintendent Jim Rollins and Director of Communications Rick Schaefer visit our studio. Now we have some more gobbles and what people are thankful for.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my 2 sons, Matthew and Michael, and for my daughter, Patricia. I'm thankful for my wife, and I'm very thankful for all my family and friends, the way God has blessed me.
I'm thankful for my family.
It's everything I have, and in this school, because they give me free education.
I'm thankful for my family this year. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Springdale has that unique
population and opportunity for all students to succeed.
With the different clubs, all the different programs, they just have so many choices that are going to help them in the future.
Springdale has that unique population and opportunity for all students to succeed.
The opportunity for all of the kids here with the different clubs, all the different programs, they just have so many choices that are going to help them in the future.
We have some very special guests in our studio today. Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins and Director of Communications Rick Schaefer discuss economics in Arkansas.
Welcome to our segment of Springdale Today with Springdale Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins. Dr. Rollins, you've got a couple of people getting some very special awards from Economics Arkansas. I know that means a lot to you because you've been very involved with Economics Arkansas.
Economics Arkansas is one of the great organizations in the state, a great partner with our school system, and the whole purpose is to help develop awareness, if you will, around this whole idea of economic literacy. And teacher training is very much at the heart of that work. And over the years, Springdale has been the most recognized school district in Arkansas because of the commitment of our great teachers. Our kids like to be engaged. They like to be involved. So when programs come forward where they can simulate business and really develop their own marketing plan for a product as an example, and make a profit, and then determine how to best use that. Our kids love it. And you're right, we've got two of our really wonderful staff members who will be recognized in just a few days at the state level for their great work. Jamie Cavett, a teacher at Walker Elementary School, is being recognized as a newcomer in the Economic Arkansas program, and she's basically developed curriculum, taught it to her kids. That program's been evaluated, and it's been recognized statewide for its quality. And so we're so proud of Jamie and her work, and that's just symbolic, really typical, if you will, of what Springdale teachers have done over time. And speaking of contributions to economic literacy over time, Joanne Vanderspicken, who is our coordinator for Economics Arkansas in our district, meaning she works with all 31 of our schools, all 1,700 of our teachers to try to develop curriculum in economics. That curriculum being taught to our kids, our young people become much more literate economically, and Joanne has just provided phenomenal leadership, and the state organization is recognizing that with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And in our work, that's as good as it gets. So congratulations to Jamie for sure. Congratulations to Joanne for her career of service to Springdale kids.
You talk about kids being engaged and being excited, but it's also so important for them. Why is economic literacy so important to learn at an early age?
Well, part of being a good citizen in America today, in Arkansas today, is to be able to be a contributor, to be able to be an earner, to make your contribution in the workplace, and then to take the resources that springs from that work to have a quality life. And so this program really examines every aspect of economic literacy, from the production of goods to the utilization of goods to really helping our kids understand how businesses work, what it means to make a profit, what it means to be a contributor. So it's a phenomenal program, and it's just it's been wonderful to see our teachers embrace that program over the years, and then better prepare our kids to be great citizens in the future.
Developing young entrepreneurs in the Springdale School District. That's what it's all about, and congratulations to Jamie and to Jill. We hope you enjoyed this segment for Springdale Today with Dr. Jim Rollins.
What an insightful view. We will see Dr. Rollins and Mr. Schaefer back on our show next week for another special.
The Springdale School's YouTube channel is a happening place. Did you know that you can watch live sports, fine arts, and much more? Here's the lineup for what is happening on the Springdale School's YouTube channel this week.
Be sure to mark your calendars and support these events. You know, Trenton, throughout the entire show, we've been showcasing students and teachers from all over the district and asking them, what are they thankful for? So, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful to have such a great co-anchor.
Oh, Trenton. Well, I'm thankful for you as well. But for me, I'm thankful for Dr. Rollins on all the opportunities he's given us. But of course, I'm thankful for my family and friends and this break coming up. We've been Trenton and Amanda for Springdale District Television, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.
I'm thankful for the family, my family, and the food that we have.
I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful that I get to do a job that I love.
I'm thankful for everyone here that they help me whenever I need help. I'm thankful for my family and friends because they're always there for me, and my teachers too because they always help me learn.
I'm thankful for my family, of course. I'm thankful that I get to work in this great school district, and I'm thankful that I live in America.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble.